The threat of the coronavirus disease 2019 had cast a gloom across the world when the year started. Despite this, the Philippine Tzu Chi Eye Center, through its volunteers, remained steadfast in its commitment to save people from suffering. In February, the Eye Center's volunteer ophthalmologists held a free clinic at the Little Sisters of the Abandoned Elderly. The free clinic catered to 91 elderly, as well as nuns, personnel and volunteers of the nursing home institution. They received free consultations and were either prescribed with eyeglasses or given schedules for cataract surgery. Having dedicated their lives to taking care of distressed elderly, the Catholic nuns of the Little Sisters of the Abandoned Elderly never had a chance to undergo eye checkups. In fact, they were not even aware that their vision had grown so poor until Tzu Chi held the free clinic.
When we see everything learn, and after everything is clear, it's very nice experience. And then thank you very much. Really, I appreciate so much your work to come here.
Thank you, Tzu Chi. Thank you, Master Champion. Thank you, Doctor.
Dr. Alex Sua is back at volunteering as a team eye surgeon, 4 years after his battle with leukemia.
治疗。
现在做病人，孩子本身的细胞也蛮。
A lot of persons are suffering because of the loss of their eyesight. Gusto ko na may maitutulong pa ako habang binigyan kasi ako ng bagong buhay at ito ang bagong buhay kailangan ibalik sa tao, lalo na sa mga nangangailangan.
"17-year-old farmer Rafi Auditor sought help from Tzu Chi in February. His eyeball got badly infected after grains of rice flew to his eyes while threshing a harvest. TIMA Dr. Bernardita Navarro, a cornea specialist, performed a corneal graft to save Rafi's eyeball.
Di ko na po kalain na ulo kasi ito. Sa tumong lahat, sa araw na time ko na ginawa ko talaga ng paraan.
In March, the Philippines came to a standstill when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out. In June, after the government eased down its travel restrictions in the capital, the Tzu Chi Eye Center resumed operations. To prevent the spread of the virus, safety measures were strictly enforced on clinic days and during surgeries. From nearly 200 patients a day, the Eye Center downscaled its clinic, accommodating only a daily maximum of 30 patients. Surgeries were also performed in accordance with safety and health protocols.
Sa ospital nga, bawal pumunta dahil nga may pandemic, tapos na-COVID rin sila. So hindi sila nag-o-open ng mga pasyente na may problema sa mga mata, bawal pa.
Under normal circumstances, clinic days at the Tzu Chi Eye Center would have overflowed with gifts and donations from the patients. Under the new normal, however, patients were discouraged from bringing unessential items on their scheduled checkups. But this did not stop the patients from finding ways to express their gratitude.
Galing yan sa puso ko na maganda ang servisyo niyo sa amin, mga pasyente.
Sabi naman ng Tzu Chi Foundation kahit magkano, basta may bigay natin ang kusang loob.
Such beautiful scenes of gratitude would not have happened if Team Eye surgeons and healthcare volunteers did not regularly show up on clinic days, in spite of their own fears.
If we allow the fear kasi to paralyze us totally, and then we stop everything, kawawa din yung mga pasyente.
Isipin na lang natin, what if parents ko yung may tumor, kailangan ng doktor.
But the efforts of Team of doctors to help in this unusual time are not confined to holding a physical clinic. When the pandemic started, Team of volunteer Dr. Margarita Bondok wanted to keep her elderly parents safe, so she decided to take her practice online. She holds teleconsults, prescribes medicines and refers patients in need of urgent surgery or physical consultation to clinics and ophthalmologists, whom she has affiliations with. Dr. Bondok offers these services for free. There were those who expressed willingness to pay her fees, but Dr. Bondok would encourage them to donate it all to Tzu Chi instead.
Ang dami-daming naghihirap or 'di ba na nawalan talaga sila ng sources of livelihood, and bakit ko pa parang ipagkakait sa kanila yung health nila.
The COVID-19 pandemic had also affected the medical training of physicians, who are under residency programs in public and private hospitals. In October, the Tzu Chi Eye Center took under its wings 8 ophthalmology residents of the Cardinal Santos Medical Center. Through this, these young doctors are able to continue their education under the guidance of Team of doctors, while also learning to treat every patient with love. Team of volunteers' compassion goes beyond providing medical services. In November, when 3 consecutive destructive typhoons struck the Philippines, Team of doctors held a fundraising drive for the disaster victims. They also joined in Tzu Chi's relief works by providing first aid for cash for work cleanup drive participants, and comforted the distressed victims by joining in the relief activities. TIMA was established with the vision of curing sickness, healing people, and healing hearts. In the time of a pandemic, Team of volunteers in the Philippines embody these principles as they heeded the call to help those who are suffering. Their efforts have proven that in moments of crisis, it is love that gives strength, fuels courage, and builds hope. The power of love saves.